Cool. So there's a couple of videos on YouTube now about home gym tours. Obviously part 1 and 2 for this is up on my page already. I'll throw a link into this. Alright, so let's start looking at some of the equipment that we started off with. So the first thing that we actually got was a barbell and some plates. That was during the first lockdown, and we wanted something that could keep us going, and the barbell seemed like a good option. So this barbell here is the first one that we got. It's an Irish company. Here we go, Leg Fitness. So that was the first one that we got. Now it's not necessarily made for Olympic lifting, so doing cleans and snatching was okay, but it wasn't the best. So we upgraded obviously to these barbells. So these are the Belfast bar from Black Box, and then this one I think it's just the ladies Belfast bar. So the exact same thing. These two barbells now are way better than the other barbell that we had. So Black Box is obviously a CrossFit based company. Okay, onto machines now. So the first machine that we bought was the assault bike. Now, you might hate the assault bike, but at the time it was a perfect investment. It wasn't overly expensive. I think it was about 750 euro. We got that from DA Fitness. They're based in town. Obviously this is based in Dublin in Ireland. If you're watching somewhere else, you probably have to buy it off maybe Rogue or a different company that's closer to you. We have the rower, bike, and a ski erg. So if you're interested in any of them, or if you're only starting off, I would probably go with the bike. It's very little noise, and there's loads of stuff you can do. You can do short sprints, long duration with a high damper. There's a lot of versatility in this, as opposed to the assault bike. If that was going to be your thing to get, it's very noisy, it's quite loud, and obviously it's a lot harder on the heart, lungs, and central nervous system. So if you're only starting off and you're looking for one piece of equipment to get, I'd definitely go with the concept bike. Okay, so next we have Sandbags. These are customized, as you can see. We have a 40 kilo and a 50 kilo. Now, I did fill them, so this is more like 44, and this one's more like 55, 56. So if you want to be exact, invest in weighing scales that can actually handle the weight. The scales that we had at the time wasn't very good, so I was deducting my weight, holding the bag, and anyway, it didn't really matter. A little bit heavier is always a little bit stronger, right? So after we bought these Sandbags, we spent the next year building all of this. So don't think that this happened overnight. We didn't have like all this money to just throw into everything. Built up nice and slow. So the first thing that we did have, we already had a set of 12.5s, which was cool, but then we had to buy obviously everything else. So again, because CrossFit is our sport that we do, you need 22.5s for males and 15 kilo for females. So we started off with a set of 22.5s. We tried to get 15s, but they were out of stock at the time. Everyone was buying equipment. So we got the 7s instead, just to have something light to kind of warm up with. Then we built up a little bit more, got a set of 5s, 27.5s, because I like heavy dumbbells, 17.5s, and a set of 15s. And then we have the big boy, the big 40. So after all those dumbbells, we started investing in actual plates that we really liked, that didn't bounce around as much and all that kind of stuff. So the plates that we did have, these are 25s, 20s, 15s, 10s, and a set of 5s. We got all of this set with the first barbell that we had, which was the silver one. Then when we upgraded to the Black Box bar, the Belfast bars, we got these plates from Rogue. Now I just really love Rogue plates. Anytime I've used them, I get great use out of them. I like how they feel on the bar and how they land, and they don't bounce around an awful lot either. So these ones, I'll link them down as well. They perform very well. They spin nice in the bar, and if you have something that's not as strong as our floor, as I said, we have a 6-inch pad on the concrete underneath us. Most places will have 3 or 4 inch. There was a slight mix up when we were building it, but we were happy because we know it's not going to break now. Where if you have these ones, these are the closest thing you can get to the Olympic weightlifting plates without actually paying that price. So these are the ones just down from the Olympic level, so it hasn't got the federation sticker and all that kind of stuff. I really love these ones. I'm definitely gonna get the rest of this set. That's just personal preference for me. You definitely don't need all of these weights. Depending on what you're gonna do, realistically, probably lift 150 max. Okay, so finishing off the plates is all the change plates. So these were a huge peripheral preference for me because I just really love change plates. I like having the option to go up in small increments. So when you get to kind of your 1 RM or back squats, front squats, all that kind of stuff, I really like having this option. They're definitely not essential, but if you want to do any Olympic weightlifting, I think it's probably good to invest in. They're definitely not cheap, but they're definitely worth it. So the reason they're expensive is because they have this International Weightlifting Federation logo and they're certified. So this is exactly 5 kilo. Same with all the other ones, exactly 2.5, exactly 2, so on and so forth. As I said, they are expensive, but they're a dream to use. There's a couple of different options that you can get on the website. I went for the friction grip ones. It has this little rubber layer on the inside, and you basically don't need clips when you have this. It really sits snug to the barbell and none of your plates will move. After these ones, we got these. I wanted a different variation of the 1.25s. These are the powerlifting version. Same thing really, but in CrossFit again, because it's a sport that we do. One of the exercises or workouts that we do is called Fran, and that's 42.5 kilo. So we need 1.25s to make up that weight. And if there's any online competitions, you'll need that as well. So they were an essential buy for us. The kettlebells that we have this is 24 kilo. So this is the male's weight. 16 kilo is the female's weight. Again, for workouts and online competitions. This is a 32. This is just nice to have to practice with, to do some heavy kettlebell swings. Moving on here. This lovely little sign is our wall ball target. So obviously you need one of those. Again, online competitions, qualifiers, wherever it might be. The tree was nice to have. I'm hoping to get my mom to train a little bit more. Or if someone isn't very good at wall balls, this is perfect to start off with. As you can see, these are from Black Box. These are very well made. I was very impressed when they came. The only ones that I really like are from Rogue. They're dense and they don't squash at all from Rogue. These are very similar though. Usually I don't like the stitching that's on the front because these kind of get caught in your fingers sometimes. I've dislocated my baby finger doing wall balls before, so I'm a little worried about the balls that I use now. Insert your puns below for that one. We have a 9 and we have a 12. So these are in kilo. Most of the wall balls that you get for CrossFit are in pound. So this would be like a 7 pound, I suppose. This is like a 20 pound ball, and then this is a 30 pound ball. That's, if you're looking in pounds, that's where it'll be on the Rogue website as well. But these ones from Black Box are a little bit cheaper and they're perfect to use. I was very impressed when these came, and as I said, they're very well built as well. This target is from Black Box as well. Obviously you can see their sign. Again, how I got this was I emailed one of the reps from Black Box, and that's the person I was dealing with for the barbell, the rig, the sign, the balls, everything really, anything that we got from Black Box. And again, they were perfect to deal with. The shipping was fast, customer service was great as well. So if you're based in Ireland or in Dublin or anywhere around Ireland actually, get in touch with Black Box, they'll really help you out. Moving on from the balls, we have all the extras equipment. So we have bands. This is just assortment bands. Most of them are from Rogue Fitness. The quality from them is great, and we have these months and we have no issues with them. We have a climbing rope that we're going to install. We're just waiting for the people to come and drill the hole so that we can put it up. This box is all the service equipment, oil, screwdrivers, all that stuff so we can service the machines. Spare grips, spare ropes, tape, all that kind of stuff. This is a Theragun for recovery. Some ab mats, obviously you've seen the wall balls already. We have belts, lifters, collars for the barbell, because you need those. this is a little bag of, again, more balls. We have the peanut and stuff, so that's all just recovery tools that we built up over a little bit of time. Some yoga blocks and some foam rollers. And then if you are the type of person that uses grips, so you can grip the barbell. I don't use these all that often, but if I'm doing anything like clean pulls, snatch pulls, I might throw them on then. I usually actually just use them for dumbbell rows. So the next couple of things that we're going to touch on are crossover symmetry. I've had 1 or 2 shoulder injuries in the past. This was a Christmas present for me, so this was fantastic to have. Really bolted into the wall. You can get the sleeves to use on your rig or door or wherever you might have at home. We just have these ones. The clock that we have is from Rogue. This clock was fantastic. Everything is on it that you need. This one is slightly expensive, but if you're going to invest in a good clock, I'd highly recommend this one. I have an assortment of whiteboards as well. So this is some of the benchmarks that we do here. This is like me and the rest of my family and stuff like that. It's cool to have a little bit of competition. This other whiteboard, again, benchmarks. And then the main whiteboard is whatever is on my program from today. The coach will shoot it over, I'll write it all down, and then I can keep my scores and stuff like that. So it's always handy to have a whiteboard. It's one of the things that I would say is definitely essential in your home gym or wherever you're going to train. That is it. That's everything. That's all the equipment that we have at the moment. Again, this did not happen overnight. We're building this like over a year now since the first lockdown. So start small, slowly build it up. Invest in what you think you need depending on your sport, as we spoke about. So if CrossFit is your sport, you're obviously going to go in that direction. If it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, whatever it might be. If you have any questions or what companies that you should try hit up for equipment, where you can actually get equipment at the moment because it's scarce, yeah, just drop me a message and I'll try to help out. Cheers for watching.